Order fulfilled.
Order submitted. Order
filled.
Order submitted.
Going into a squeeze here. We're extended on the lower B4 here to the downside, looking for a bullish move right here.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Getting some bearish divergence there, so I don't like this bullish position.
Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order canceled.
You live streaming today, Chuck?
Yes, sir. I'm having some issues with my setup here. I got the newer version here, and I noticed some things aren't happening
Okay.
the way I'd expect. Yeah, so having issues with my chart here. I might have to go through and troubleshoot this whole situation. Looks like. Yeah, I got some stuff here that won't go away. Imagine that.
Order submitted.
I assume you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I might have to go through and clean it up. Oh, the fun of Ninja Trader. I've never seen something so clunky and sad. I mean, the only thing good about it is the ATM strategy. That's all.
It is certainly quirky.
That's the only reason I care to use it. And they got a lot of better platforms out there that have the same capabilities with the ATM.
Subfilled.
I'm going to try something here. I want to test. Let me disconnect from that. Hold on. Where are we at? And connect. Disconnect. Okay.
Order filled.
The majority of Ichimoku is bullish, is bearish, and that's at the Cinco span B flat. I'm sorry, the keys are flat. It's likely to go bearish here. This is
Order submitted.
and now it's working. Imagine that. It wasn't working a while ago when I was wanting to use it for a stop loss. Let's see if the bot chart.
Order submitted.
Ah, now they're working. They were getting errors a while ago. And these are just in the way and I can't move them. Aggravating. Oh, excuse me.
Order filled.
We're coming up on 59.46, and that's a major level.
Stop filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order canceled.
Oh, I thought I just lost my. That's what I was looking for. The flip right there. Alright, come on.
Order canceled. Stop filled.
I know that I got another. Oh man, put it up. Gotta see, I'm running back. Connect. Continue. I gotta shut that down. Flatten off.
Order filled.
Filled.
Okay. And we're gonna close this on.
Order filled.
Alright. Close it. Yes, okay. Now shut that down. Where are we? We might go by charts here. Okay, yeah, we're bullish. Okay. Nice and bullish.
Order submitted. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Hmm. I probably shouldn't be trading right now. We don't have any clear direction as far as Ichimoku wise. I mean, overall, we are bearish with the Ichimoku.
Were you looking to share your screen, Chuck?
Oh, am I not sharing the screen?
Yeah, you're not live.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Let me, I thought I was. Well, shoot. I got 3 and 4 things going on, buddy. All right, let's see. Yeah, overall, we are bearish on the Ichimoku. It's a little iffy right here to a potential launch point, one of the peaks and valleys. So one of the valleys that may dip down and launch from here. I'm noticing the relation of the the Chicow to the previous price. There was a low point right there, and there's a potential launch point to the downside.
Stop filled.
Now it may suck up into there and then turn back down again. If so, it'd have to break the Tinkinson.
Order submitted.
So let me open another chart to show you what I'm looking at.
Order filled.
I can't leave it now. Here, we can do this. Come on, get out of the way. Don't freeze up, stupid. Ninja Trader, you piece of trash. Okay, so this is just a duplicate of chart 1, and it shouldn't be doing that, but it is. I want to show the Ichimoku. I'm expected to pull up into here a little bit, maybe find resistance right up in here, and turn down. Really having fun with Ninja Trader today. It's just sorry for the negative sound here. It's just a piece of junk platform. Because what I'm looking at here is the possibility.
Stop filled.
I had that set so I didn't care here too much. Of this going up into here and then finding resistance and then turning down and following the cheek out trail here. Either way, this is going to be a break point, whether it's going to break to the upside or whether it's going to follow the cheek out trail from here. It's typically one of the setups I look for.
Order filled.
I was about to set a resting order there anyway, so I'm good with that. All right, we're pushing that edge right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure I paid for the trade here. Got a little money.
Stop filled.
We're at 150, 1.54. There's still some more room to the upside. It may make it up to here.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
I don't have a true point of control. Virgin point of control. Or a true value area target. Where are we at bullish? We break here. I got my stop in place, so I'm okay. No true virgin. You could keep rolling. Possible room to the upside here. Oh, now you want to show. Wow. Ninja Trader. You're trash.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
To here, I need to lock you in. You have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I got too many things going on. Lock you in. Get ready for you to flip. Hedge it here.
Order filled.
Ichimoku is showing on the 3-minute chart the possibility of some bullishness. Chicow Trail, however, says it could dump here. Here lately, I've been taking the position of the Chicow
Order
Trail
filled.
over the Shoyu dots. I love the Shoyu dots, but I love the Chicow Trail even more.
Order filled.
That's because the Chicow Trail has made me more money than those dots. And Chicow Trail it is. We already got a target laid out here, guys. It could stop out right here. So we'll kind of maximize that. We're at the edge of our target zone. It could stop right dead this tracks right here. It may make it to here. Either way, it's coming to some support there. You can tell that. Looking at Chicow Trail, we got some serious drop availability.
Order submitted.
Here,
Order filled.
it could get plumb ugly or pretty, whichever way you want to call it. And my situation right now is pretty.
Order filled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
We want to guard this. It could have a hard hit and come on down to 59.3175 or so. Yep, we already got a level there. So say right here is probably better guesstimation on that.
Stop filled. Order submitted.
I want to show you something washing on the Chico Trail, but I can't move over right now. There's a little pullback area. You may find support here, pull back a little, and then continue to the downside.
Order filled.
Let me pull it up. Okay, hold on, let me guard this first, then I can
Order filled.
do something.
Order canceled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Just trying to move that down a little bit. It's about right there.
Order filled. Order canceled. Order canceled.
Yeah, there, buyers. Come on down to -3 down here. I'll put you right here at the base.
Stop filled.
Let's see.
Stop filled.
Okay. It puts me flat for the day, basically. Okay.
Order submitted.
I'm getting a tweezer bottom. No, you're not going to be a tweezer bottom, are you? You're going to be a... Can't be, no, you can't. You're not going to be a tweezer bottom.
Order submitted.
Leaning towards the downside. I don't do this. I started to look like, I guess it could be a sort of a tweezer bottom. See the cheek out trail right here, Walshy? We went up into this nook. We came down. Then you see this right here?
Yeah.
That's price here coming up into that little nook here. And then I expect another drop to the downside.
Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Tight there. We could probably make it down to the bracket here. We got, well, yeah, we probably got enough room to make it here to the bracket.
It's back down to where it was an hour ago.
Yeah.
To the penny.
Order filled.
All right. We got some an unfinished auction there.
Did that take a short or a long?
Took a short.
What do you think in the bracket?
Yeah. What happened is there was a lot of sellers that fired here, and whenever the auction finished, there were still sellers present in the package. So there's still sellers defending the position. It's the thought process behind the unfinished auction. So basically the auction closed and there was still a bunch of sellers with their hands raised trying to put in for the sell, and they couldn't. So the thought process is there's still sellers wanting to sell there. So if it goes back and retests that area, those sellers are still sitting there with their hands raised, ready to take part.
Stop filled.
All right, I got everything green now. I'm in a good position right now. What time is it? My phone. 9:45. Not bad. Chicow Trail is what saved me again today. Let me show you guys what it is. Let's just go over I'm gonna turn all this off. The main takeaway for today is the Chicow Trail. Let's study it a little bit. Let me find my chart here. Let me study how to get my chart open first. I love it when I do stupid stuff. At least I can pick on myself. Alright. I wish I could get rid of that. But anyway. So Walshy, what I was doing is I'm looking at the Chicow and of course squiggly analysis as we know it. I was looking for it to pull up into here, but I wouldn't if it ever broke the plane of the candles, especially broke here, then I would have been bullish. We'd had a bullish launch and it'd been a launch from this point right here. But it found Chicow found resistance at the candles and at the Tinkinson. And when I saw that setting up, I went ahead and took advantage of it. So the Chicow was coming in here. And it was finding resistance at the Tinkinson. Of course, price did come on up into here. But then it turned. When it got below the Tinkinson here with the Ichimoku and it closed below the Tinkinson, that was an ideal place when Ichimoku was closed below the Tinkinson to enter. I think we entered a little earlier. But then we took advantage. Notice how the Chicow went down. We expected it to have a pullback. If you look right here, there's a pullback right here. We expected that little pullback in there for it to go back up in that little nook. Then if it started turning down again, maybe close below here, and we could re-enter. Now, the distance that we have between here and here, see this wall, see this point right here to here? This is what we expect.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles?
Yeah, that's what we're expecting to have let's say right here. We're expecting to have that much, and let me turn it on its end, best I can. We're expecting to go below that candle about that much. So whatever our distance is away when we break is about the distance we expect to exceed the candle. That's kind of how I gauge it.
Okay, very, very interesting.
Of course, keeping in mind, strong levels of support and resistance, and keeping that in. Yeah, hey, that's about right. That's about right. Just put a thumb on it, Walshy. Yeah, if we break and cheek out trails happening, it's that distance. Hey, look, we're breaking. We got almost that distance to our support down here. That works. That's a high probability. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today.
So what did you, I didn't see can you just discuss a little bit more that fair value gap?
Yeah. Let me do this.
The unfinished auction, as it's
the
called,
unfinished auction. Yeah.
CoPilot Pro, which hasn't been released, but I like to see it here.
Yeah, we're gonna release it this weekend. So what that is, Walsh, let me see if we can.
When did it take that trade? If you can go back and approximately.
Well, what it is, you're not going to see it in this. You're not going to see anything in the internals. Let me kind of draw out what it is, Walsh, so we can talk about it a little bit. So let's say that, where's the box at? What? Aggravating. Now look, all of my stuff is coming up. Here they are right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say that this was the candle that we're finding an unfinished auction on. So let's draw the candle. And I wanted to make it narrower than that, but I'm having issues. Okay.
That's okay.
All right, so there's our candle. And we got sellers on this side, and we got buyers on that side. All right. And what an unfinished auction is whenever, we're just going to talk about regular candlesticks. You got 3 candles. All right, and let's put wicks on them.
Would it be easier to show on the trading view chart?
Much easier.
You can do that, because I think you'll find examples there quicker.
Yeah, well, let's just let me do this. I don't have. That's great, Ninja. I wasn't even on that. Hold on a minute, buddy. I hate to switch over charts just to do this. So basically, you got to have 3 candles for a fair value gap or unfinished auction. All ICT is doing is taking terms that everybody knows. Basically, there'll be a wick here and a wick here. Let's just imagine there's no wick and there's a candle here. Well, there's an area here where there's an unfinished auction, and it would be right here in the bullish sense. So on this side right here, whenever this closed, according to the order flow, when you got the numbers here and you look at the numbers on the tape, this will be zeroed out on this side. The sellers will be zeroed out, but the buyers will have like 47 orders or 1,000 orders or whatever over here. So if price comes back down and touches this area, there's orders waiting here. This was there was an exuberant amount of orders, buyers, that pushed this trade upward. Okay, if they come into resistance and come back, there's still buyers waiting right here. So it takes 3 candles to do it, to identify it. All right, and it pushes in a direction, and there's a gap here between the close of the body, and it leaves a gap in here. I'm not going to be able to draw it because I don't have the wicks and everything else. But we could look at it on TradingView later, or I can have a call with you later. But anyway, sellers here, buyers here. A whole bunch of buyers are still waiting. Right here. And so if price ever comes back down and touches that, it's going to fill the tape. It's going to push it and drive it forward again. I know you like the sound effects. But that's the overall premise of it. So unfinished, it's called a fair value. They call it a fair value gap. It's an unfinished auction. These are places where when price comes back and retests these areas, they're liable to push again.
So in the case of the trade that was taken based upon the indicator, based upon the indicator, what direction was it going in? Was it a bullish trade or a?
See, like here, you can go back and see the historic view of them now. See all these unfinished auctions?
Yeah.
So, it's market auction theory. Or auction market theory. Always get them confused. I get them back and forth. I go back and forth with them. Anyway, it's auction market theory. And so when this happens, Walshy, there is an exuberant amount of sellers. And whenever the candle closed, there were sellers left on that side of the tape. So if price comes back and touches, it's gonna fill those sell orders. They're waiting. Their limit orders waiting there. It's gonna push it again. Same thing here. It pushed it, come back, pushed it again, come back, and it just continually pushed it here. So when the auction was closed, there were still sellers waiting. The buyers,
they were waiting though with
limit orders.
Okay, limit orders. Okay, or resting orders.
Resting orders, waiting there. Didn't have time to fill because it pushed it so hard, it absorbed all of the buy orders, left it at 0, and overwhelmingly sellers were still present, but we couldn't handle all the sellers because it's no longer at that price level. It's driving it down. It affected the market.
Yeah.
They can't hide when they're affecting the market because the volume is there. They can't hide the volume. And the orders are.
Like you didn't choose to check out the other new button, which is looks like it's a chart indicator button.
Yeah, because I don't have. Hold on. Let me get my drawings off this chart.
I think I heard last night. I just looked a little bit at the recording last night. It looked like you were. I think you were doing it around the B4 indicator.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got that as a new signal, and we have the one here that's grayed out right now because we ended up changing this one. So you can do 2 things with this. You can use trend direction, and you can use signals. Maybe you have a overall trend direction from your indicator. Well, you can use that. And you can also use the signal from the indicator. I don't have any third-party indicators that I've built that have the actual. There's a piece of code snippet that goes inside of any indicator you want, like this lower B4 indicator. Barb told me to go ahead and tell him what signals I want from it. he'll make them available. And we'll be able to take individual signals from the lower B4 indicator, like, that trend line crossing over the bottom line, or the trend line crossing over the top line. I want that. I want an option to enter there. I want an option to enter the midline. I want an option to enter the bottom line. I want an option to enter on the bull-bear line. I want to maybe change trend direction when it goes black. When it goes from red to black, I want it to, the trend direction change to green. Or maybe I want to I have two options. I may have two options. If I go black, I'm red and I go black, I want to change trend direction to green. Or I may have a true, when it turns green, turn green. I want to have all those options.
Could you do something as simple as, and maybe the Chicow isn't as good here, but could you do, if the Chicow is below the Tinkinson, only take short trades?
Yeah, I absolutely can build that.
Now, is this like, are you going to have to create kind of a library of?
We're going to have to create a library. We repurposed and reinitiated our b4indicators.com website. We took it offline for a little while. We weren't using it, but we said, hey, wait a minute, let's go ahead and use it. And we're going to make it an ecosystem for developers. And it's really simple to take any code that you can find online and put it in there. It's real simple. And I could have, let's say that I have this checked here, and let's say that I have a strategy that I've tested with maybe 3 indicators. And that's my bread and butter. Man, I love these 3 indicators and I love it. Well, now I can automate that very easily. And let's say that I only have 3 indicators on my chart. I find that I like the unfinished auction, and I got 3 of those indicators on my chart, and I got it clicked. And I want that unfinished auction to be the final piece of the puzzle. But maybe I want to filter too. And then whenever all 3 of those indicators fire, and I'm waiting on the unfinished auction, would probably be the way that it would happen. Unfinished auction fires, pivot filters there, boom, I got a perfectly filtered high probability trade set up. So it gives you complete control.
Yeah. I noticed Barbaros just posted a super trend for Ninja Trader on May 4th.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's looking to seed community a little bit, thinking forward.
Yep. Okay, here's a super trend indicator. Here's the script. Let's see let's see who's gonna bite. I know Barb could do it in like 3 seconds. But we'll see if somebody Barb's gonna put some stuff on the site. He has a whole library of stuff.
Yeah, he mentioned last night, the custom add-ons API.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the API that you take and you insert into any Ninja Trader script and connect your signals. I haven't been able to do it yet because I've been so busy setting up charts, and I worked with people all last night and everything else. I was very busy. So anyway, I'm still live here. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Guys, y'all have a great weekend, and we are looking forward to our new release of our CoPilot Pro. We're going to be releasing it this weekend, and this is just kind of a preview of it. I love these unfinished auction signals. Before we go, let's take a look at those. Walshy, every one of them was on point. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, at that time I had that selected, so that's why that did. Okay, then I turned all that stuff off. I only put on unfinished auctions. That's why it's showing like that. Here we go. Unfinished auction. Did it win? Let's just take 1-to-1 as a good. Yeah, we did. Still would have won 1-to-1. Yeah. This one, nope. This one lost. Okay, so we had 2 to 3 possible winners and 1 loss. Three to 4 possible winners, 1 loss. Let's just call it 3. Worst case scenario, 3-to-1. 4-to-1. 5-to-1. 6. Let's just call it 5-to-2. Let's just call that a loss. You could have pulled in, but worst. We're looking at worst case. 5-to-2. 6-to-2. 7-to-2. 7-to-3. Let's call this one a loss. 7-to-3. 4-to-7. 4-to-8. 9, 10. Let's say 4-to-10 worst case. 4-to-11. Let's call this 1. 4-to-12. 4-to-13. And we could go on. Unfinished auction's a nice little signal. Anyway, guys, this is coming to you. This is we're going to go ahead and release this to all the members. Really nice little setup here. Barb did a really great job with this. Anyway, guys, can't wait to unveil it. Y'all have a great weekend.